Hola! It's Halloween time again, and I'm going to make you a special brie just for Halloween. I'm going to take the brie and I'm going to slice it down here a little bit off from center, and I'm going to cut it right here, and I'm going to end up with two pieces, a larger one and a smaller one. I'm going to put the smaller one aside. I'm going to cut a little wedge out of the brie right now. Right here. Out of the larger half, I'm cutting a little wedge, just like that. Can you see it? It looks like this, with a little wedge. So what I'm making with this brie is a hand. So I'm going to make some fingers. So you have to kind of eye it a little bit. It's not going to be perfect. Now I have a thumb here. This is my thumb. I'm missing 3 more fingers. Now this is the little one. So I'm going to cut this last piece into 3 more fingers. So there I have 1, 2, 3. You see this? Perfect. So if you look at your hand, you try to match it up a little bit, you know. More or less. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna lose this little corner here. There we go. Perfect. There's your hand. If you want to use it up here to complete your thumb, you're good to go. So I've got 2 sheets of puff pastry. These are store-bought. There's all kinds of brands. I'm going to egg wash them. Just a little egg wash right on top. There we go. And start with that. I'll move this over here. And I'm going to cut strips right now that it's been washed. Now, this puff pastry is still very cold, so I'm going to work very fast to try to keep it intact. I have 4 strips here, and now I'm going to start with the fingers. Right here. I'm going to seal the tip of it, move it down, and then I'm just rolling. Now, you have to remember that we're making a mummy here, so it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. And where that strip ends, we're going to continue on with a new strip. There we go. Okay. And there it is. Perfect. You see? 1 finger. Okay, now we're going to go for the second finger. Same story. We're going to put the tip down, kind of seal it a little bit, and just roll the piece. Can you see it? Here, perfect. Going to go ahead and do another one. Now you realize that this is just all for fun, maybe something to eat while you're waiting for all those kids to come knocking on your door wanting to get some candy. This last finger here gets a little tricky, but you know, nothing you can't handle, you know. You know, it's all fun. As you can tell, I've been building it a little bit here. And if it falls apart a little bit, that's okay. You know, it's, you know, look, it broke a little bit. Nah, don't worry about it. Okay, so you still have room here to work. It's going to cover the cheese here in the bottom. I'm going to score this just a teeny bit here so that I have a little play in a bit. To start sealing it up here. You see this here? How I'm sealing this up? Okay, now I'm going to be adding these fingers. So now it's down to the finished product. Now, the important thing here is that you actually seal up all these little holes. So now you see the puff pastry is now touching up here, so you don't have to worry about too much leakage. Now here I have another finger Now it's dough, so you can work with it. So I have this last little finger. I'm going to place him right here at the end. Take the dough. Okay, now I'm going to score the dough a little bit so that it still seems like you have these lines across. Going to go ahead and take a piece off here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and score on this side as well. As you can tell, the dough is now getting a little soft. You see it how it's so, but now I'm going to work it up here. Put it in here. Work this as part of the hand. Now the back end here, I'm just going to work it up here as it's part of the hand. There we go. It's, you know, it's a mummy, so now you can have some little loose ends, you know. There we go. This here like this. I like it. Like this. Now I'm going to leave this end kind of open. You see this? It's open here. And now this last one here. There we go. I like it. Okay. I'm going to put another little piece here. I'm going to take a foil. I'm going to wrap it around my fingers. Just like this. As if I'm making a cone. You see this? You see how I've made like a little tube out of foil? I'm going to just squish down on the ends here to keep everything inside the mummy's hand. I'm going to slide it in here. Right next to the cheese. There we go. Boom. Okay. This hand is ready to go in the oven. We're going to egg wash it lightly here on top. This will give it a nice color. You know, it'll also allow us to check for any little cracks here and there and all that. Oh, I like it. It's looking wonderful. You'll also notice that when this cooks in the oven, all these little cracks and stuff will puff up and it'll make it look so much more realistic. And you know, just fun food for the Halloween. You can just imagine the mummy coming to get you. So off to the oven he goes. So the mummy's hand is out and we're going to now plate it. So I'm going to pick up the pan. I'm going to slide a spatula underneath here. And I'm going to just slide it into this pan here like this. You see this? Excellent. There it is. The hand is there. I'm going to remove the foil. Just spin it off a little bit. There we go. It comes off. And then, to finish it, you're going to take a little bit of raspberry jam. Use your favorite. Use the one you make yourself. That's always the best. Then stick it here at the back of the hand. And let it ooze out of the hole. This way everybody can enjoy a nice baked brie with the raspberry jam. And it'll be something wonderful to watch when the kids come knocking and saying, "Trick or treat!"